In this video, I want to demonstrate how to make and use blocks within SolidWorks sketches. So for example, I often add a center drill to round parts. To make that sketch into a block, the first thing I'm going to do is edit the sketch. Then I'm going to come up to the drop-down menus and choose Tools, come down to Blocks until I want to make a new block. So I'll say Make Block. SolidWorks asks me to select the entities. I'm going to window select the center drill sketch. I can right click now and accept it, or I can come over here and expand the insertion point and change it. So I'm going to drag that insertion point to the tip of the center drill, and then I'll accept that. So that's now made a block, and I can see that here. I have block 1, which is driving sketch of the center drill. I want to save this as an actual block somewhere in my computer. So I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to say Save Block. I'll navigate to where I want it, and I'm going to put it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it center drill. So I've already done this. I'll just select center drill and I'll save over top of it. Notice the extension is SolidWorks Block. So I'll save that and say OK. And I've saved that as a block. So I'll now exit that sketch, and I want to use that block in another part. So I'm going to Control Tab to another cylinder I've drawn up. And I want to make a revolve cut using that sketch. So first I'm going to select the right plane. I'm going to tell I want to make a sketch in it. Next, I'll come up to the drop-down menus and I'll say Tools. I'll go to Blocks and I'll say Insert, and I'll have to navigate to a block. If I have one open, it'll be here, but I've closed that block, so it's not open. Next, I'll select Browse and tell it where I want to find my block. So I'm just going to go back to my desktop where I saved it. Here's my block. I'll open it, and you can see I have my block, and I can now insert that wherever I would like it. So I'm going to insert it here. It wants to insert multiple times. I just want once. I'm going to push Escape. And now I have my block. It says it's fully defined. I'll exit the sketch, and I can use that sketch to make a revolve cut. It's not fully defined, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to edit that. And I need to fully define it. So let's expand it. There we can see we have our block. And how do I fully define this block? Well, I'm going to need to add relationships like I would with any SolidWorks file. So I'm going to select my origin. I'm going to hold Control, select this line, and I'll make those coincident. So now my block's tilted. Next, I'll select this line. I'll make it horizontal, and it goes back. It's still under define. So I'm going to dimension from the edge of the part to the tip of my block. I'll make that 1/4 inch. And now I'm fully defined, and I can exit my sketch. It's fully defined, it's using my block, and if I want, I can take that sketch and create a revolve cut with it. Tell it the axis of revolution is this line. I'll right click and accept it, and I've now added, in this case, a number 4 center drilled hole to my part using the block I created.